Hey guys, welcome to another T-Gun video. I'm T-Gun coming at you with another video. This time I'm doing a late 2019 wrap-up video. This time I'm just going to show you some minifigures that I did make over the course of 2019 and go into some stuff that I want to do next year. Now I do want to apologize for doing this a bit late. I've just been busy with work and so I haven't really done a video in like 3 to 4 weeks now. So I do apologize for that, but I have been busy and I just haven't really felt up to making any videos. Now, I will be going over some custom minifigures that I've made and some work in progresses and stuff. I will also show you some work in progress of Transformers customs, but basically any other Transformers custom I've done has all been this year, so except for... No, actually, they've all pretty much been this year, so that's why I'm not going to be really going into them too much. Except for one work in progress at the moment. So, yeah, I'll get into that later. But for the first bunch of minifigures that I did make this year was Walking Dead minifigures. I did make Laurie and Shane from Season 1. I was rewatching Walking Dead and I got into a bit of a Walking Dead kick. So I wanted to make minifigures from each season. Mainly, I wanted to make Rick from each season, as he's my favorite character on the show, and I feel like he goes through the most change in the show. So I wanted to make it an appearance from each season. So I've got his Sheriff Rick, his Season 2 finale Rick, Season 3, Episode 1 and 2 Rick, and then Season 4 Rick, like after the prison goes down, after he got his ass kicked by the governor, which I think at the moment this is my favorite minifigure, because I just love all the bruising, how that all turned out. But yeah, so I will do proper showcases on these minifigures, but yeah, I just want to show them off. And I guess I can quickly go into the whip. So a whip that I did have was Rick from Season 5, like in his grey t-shirt. I've got his machete sheath there, whatnot. So yeah, and then I'm also going to make an alternate torso and head for like the for Season 5B, like with the brown t-shirt, and then eventually make the Season 5 finale Rick with the brown jacket. So I do want to make the brown jacket look, but I just don't like the white t-shirt and brown jacket. I just find that boring. So that's why I wanted to make, one of the reasons why I want to make minifigures from each season. So there's that. Next up was Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones was ending this year, and so I wanted to make some Game of Thrones minifigures. So I only got around to making 3, which was Ned Stark from Season 1, Robb Stark from Seasons 1 to 3, and then Jon Snow in his Night's Watch attire. You know, that turned out pretty well. I just need more of these capes and that. But yeah, so I never got around to showcasing them. But, you know, I will showcase them at some point. I do, however, want to get some knockoff Game of Thrones minifigures, because they do come with, you know, actual, like, custom swords. So they do have a proper Robb Stark sword, like the Stark family sword that he actually has in the show. They do have a long claw, which is accurate, and they do have ice, which is accurate. So I do want to get those knockoffs just to get those weapons for these characters. So yeah, because they look better than anything I could do. I also got into making. I also got around to making 2 Marvel minifigures. So I made Captain America from Infinity War, which I had a knockoff helmet which I put on because I wanted to use the hairpiece for something else. And then I also made the Mark 7 Iron Man armor, as I was going to be making, you know, more Iron Man minifigures. I just never got around to finishing them. So this was the Mark 4 that was a work in progress, which I didn't get around to finishing. So that was the Mark 4, and then this is the Mark... no, this is Mark 6. My bad. This is the Mark 6 Iron Man armor. So, yeah. Star Wars. I got into making Star Wars minifigures, especially in the original trilogy. And so I made Luke from A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. This is a stand-in lightsaber hilt, by the way. I also I was working on Han, which is pretty much done. Just need to make his actual gun belt. And then Leia, I just need to add the details and then get a head and hair for her. But I was working on original trilogy minifigures. So yeah, there's that. Now let's... Oh, and then I was also started on some prequel era minifigures as well. So I do have Mace Windu from Revenge of the Sith. Stand up. And then I also have Anakin from Revenge of the Sith, which I was working on too. So there's those. And then I guess all that's left is the T-Gun verse. So I know I haven't done a T-Gun verse video in ages, but I have been working on some villains. So I did make Victor Zsasz. The Riddler, like a new version of Riddler, and then the Mad Hatter. So, yeah, these guys turned out pretty cool, I reckon. And then I also started working on a new version of Deadshot as well. So there's Deadshot, which I'm still working on, so he's not finished. And then I also started working on the T-Gun verse Firefly as well. So there's Firefly. But yeah, so I am still working on T-Gun verse villains. I just, haven't really finished them yet. So I do want to finish Deadshot, then I can make a video. Then I also started making T-Gun verse characters other than Bat Family. So I did make Kid Flash based off of my friend's cosplay. I did lose one of his goggle pieces, so I need to remake that. But this is based on a friend's cosplay that he did this year on his own Kid Flash using a Scarlet Spider, like PS4 Scarlet Spider base suit, and then he used foam armor. So basically did that, but then added my own designs, like some CW sort of designs, and just some other designs in it, just making my own sort of Kid Flash minifigure, but I used his cosplay as a base. And then I also made Arsenal as well. So, yeah. And then I did make him a crossbow recently, as I do think Arsenal would work well with a crossbow. So, yeah. Then I'm also currently working on Red Arrow as well. And then I'm making a new Tim Drake... Then I'm also working on a new Tim Drake Robin, like a V2. I made some progress on Spoiler as well. She's basically done, just gonna add some arm details, but that's the T-Gun verse. So yeah, so basically they are all the minifigures I was working on this year. I also started on some Arkham minifigures, so that was my Arkham Joker, which I never got around to finishing. And then my old Arkham Batman sculpt, which I messed up on. But yeah, so I am wanting to make some Arkham minifigures. I have actually commissioned Super Chris Productions, another YouTuber who makes custom minifigures, and he's sculpting me the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City bat suits. Yeah, he's doing the sculpting, and I'm going to paint them up and whatnot, and then I'll commission him for other sculpts later on when I get to them. So like Mr. Freeze, Arkham Origins bat suit, the Arkham Knight bat suit, and whatnot. So yeah, that is a project I'm wanting to do next year, is to get on track with the Arkham games project. So I will be doing that. I also want to get back into making Uncharted minifigures. I have been redoing the Uncharted 2 Nathan Drake. So I'm redoing him. The Uncharted 1, Nathan Drake, I haven't really done anything to except for giving him a new hairpiece. As you may have noticed, I did delete the Uncharted 1 and 2 showcases, as I wanted to update them, like update some of the figures and videos themselves, maybe add some more figures or whatnot. So I am planning on doing that. But yeah, Star Wars minifigures, I am still going to be doing, working on them. I'm going to finish off the A New Hope minifigures and move on to Empire, then Return of the Jedi, and then I'll do a couple of prequel trilogy minifigures here and there. Another minifigure that I want to eventually go back and finish is Alexios from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Started this guy. Just need to paint up some more details and do the face and whatnot. So, yeah, I still want to finish this guy off. So, I think he'll be fun to do when I eventually get around to finishing him off. But yeah. And then I also started working on some Breaking Bad customs as well. So, I started making Heisenberg, which is all done pretty much. Just need to do the goatee and then belt buckle. Walt, which I just need to do the goatee, glasses, and belt buckle. And then Hank, which I just need a head. So, yeah, I started working on some Breaking Bad minifigures, which I'll eventually finish off as well. So other than that, they're all the minifigures that I'm planning on. My main project, as I said, will be the Arkham series minifigures, and then I'll do Star Wars as well. I did start on the Episode 9 Rey minifigure as well. Then I also want to make more Transformers customs, as these guys are really fun. So a Transformers custom that I am working on is, I took my custom Movie 1 Starscream. I am wanting to redo that custom anyway, and then I do want to do the Revenge of the Fallen / Dark of the Moon Starscream. So I'm starting to turn this guy into Skywarp. So I've painted him all black, and then I've got purple. I just need to paint up the robot mode now, and just finish those thrusters off. But the jet mode is basically all done. I just need to do the robot mode. But yeah, so I'm making Skywarp. Then I get another Movie 1 Starscream to make into Thundercracker. I know there is a Thundercracker out there, but I don't really. I want to keep them all to the same mold. So we'll be making Thundercracker. Then I'll be making a version 2 of the V1 of the Movie 1 Starscream, and then Movie 2/3 Starscream as well, as I mentioned. So there's that. I'm also going over my Megatron custom. Going over this guy and just cleaning him up. I want to get rid of all that copper detail, so I'm getting rid of all like that copper dry brushing and going with just the regular standard version. And I also have the upgrade kit now. So I want to do that. Another custom this year was Jazz, as you can see. But the other day I actually got another Jazz figurine. This guy was actually pretty cheap on eBay, and so I bought him, and I'm gonna make a version 2 of this guy. So, and I also wanted to have the ability to have 2 proper Jazz hands. I didn't really like the gripping hands. Like, I don't like those hands, and so I wanted to do these hands. So I don't know whether or not I'm gonna paint up this one as a new V2. I just noticed that's pretty loose. But one of the other reasons I wanted to get 2 is because I wanted to do the dead version of Jazz from the end of the first Transformers movie, like where he's ripped in half. Because when I get the Movie 1 Megatron, I want to have him displayed holding Jazz, which is ripped in half. So I don't know whether I'll turn into the dead Jazz, because I know this is really loose, I just noticed, or I'll just destroy him, cut him in half, and then this guy will be my regular Jazz. So we'll see. But yeah, so I'll be doing a new customer Jazz, and then I'll be turning one of them into a dead Jazz. So there's that. And then another figure that I had started working on was making Recon Ironhide. I saw a guy make a Recon Ironhide, so I wanted to do the same. So yeah, do my own version of Recon Ironhide. Another Transformers custom I want to do is I want to get another Studio Series Brawl, and then make Deep Desert Brawl, so in tans and browns. I reckon that will turn out really cool. And then I also got the vehicle mode Dropkick for Christmas, so I do want to paint him up. And then I also found a pretty cheap version of the helicopter the helicopter dropkick, so I do want to get another car mode and then a helicopter mode of dropkick to make a non-transforming triple changer dropkick. So, you know, how he looked throughout most of the movie. And then I also want to finish off my V2 Ironhide. I do have his custom cannons, like retracted cannons that I did make a video on. So these sit on his arm when like they're not deployed. And then I did the same with the other cannon as well. So these just sit on his arm, like in the first two movies. You know, he had his cannons there. I want to finish off Optimus Prime, finish off the V2 Ironhide, paint up Hound, like paint him up. And then I also want to paint up Blackout, finish off Rampage, and then paint Hightower as well, as he was another another Transformers figure I got. So yeah, so that's kind of my little wrap-up video. I know it's late, but yeah, I just wanted to get around to doing it. So yeah, I will be working on more minifigures this year. Oh, and this is my France Drake, or Nathan Drake France outfit that I was working on too. He's nearly finished. So, that's that. But yeah, so I will try and work on more minifigures this year, and then I definitely will be working on more Transformers customs, as these guys are really fun to do as well. So again, I will be doing Starscream, like a new movie 1 Starscream, movie 2 Starscream, and Thundercracker, as well as Skywarp. I'll be finishing off Rampage, painting up Hightower, painting up Car Mode, Dropkick, making a non-transformable Dropkick with the helicopter mode, pieces attached, and then you know, painting up Blackout, and then finishing off my Optimus Prime, and then finishing off Ironhide. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for sticking around, guys. It really means a lot, and can't wait to see what happens in 2020. Still in uni, so I still gotta work around that. But yeah, another thing I will definitely be doing more of is cosplays. Last year I had a blast with my cosplays, going to conventions and whatnot. So this year I'm definitely continuing that up again. My first 2 cosplays of 2019, I will do a video on my Young Justice Season 3 Robin, as that is all done. So eventually I will do a video on him. Then I'll also be doing the Luke Skywalker from A New Hope. I did do an unboxing, so I will finish that guy off and do him for Supernova. And then, you know, I'll do other cosplays throughout the year and do videos on them. I'm running out of words. I was going to say something else, but I forgot. But yeah, and I will start making cosplay belts and selling them. So I do have 3D printed Arkham City belt pieces. I do have the buckle and then 4 pouches. This week, I am going to go up to Super Cheap Auto, get some primer filler, and then I'm going to prep them and finally start casting up these belts so that I can start selling them. And then I also have these other like tab pieces from like a Red Robin file, which I'm going to start, you know, I'm going to prep them as well, and then I can make hybrid belts with Arkham City pieces, and then these tabs as well as like a, these tabs will be like stand-ins for like the cylinders, but I'll make a whole video on the belts. Then eventually I want to make the Arkham City and Asylum Batman belts as well. Because, you know, there are some Arkham Batman cosplays out there, and, you know, there are some Arkham Asylum belts out there, but I want to do my own, and then the Arkham City belts will, you know, will be good. So, yeah, these will be made out of urethane. So, keep an eye out. I'll do a whole video on these cosplay belts. But, yeah, so that will be cool. And that can go, the money from that will go towards other cosplayers and whatnot. But, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and share for more. Look forward to more customs. Again, I will be doing the Arkham series. We'll be working more on these Ricks from Walking Dead. Finishing up, like, doing some more minifigures for Uncharted. And then I also want to start doing Last of Us minifigures. So that's what this is. This is Joel from Last of Us. So I will be making some Last of Us 1 and 2 minifigures as well. So keep an eye out. But yeah, come like, subscribe, share for more. Check out my Instagrams down below. Again, apologies for not doing a video in a while, but I will try and do more videos this year. Alright, see ya.